It happened very suddenly. It is not something that he wasn't unwell. He just died in his sleep.
No way.
Yes, we woke up in the middle of the night. There was a lot of commotion, shouting. My mom was shouting. So we rushed to their bedroom, and there we found our dad lying on the bed.
Hi, good people. This is the 𝗀𝗙𝗏 Show, a very beautiful show hosted by the one and only 𝗙𝗵𝗏. And this is a show where we'll be doing interviews, people with stories, stories that change lives, to some of you, to most of you. So stay tuned to this amazing channel so that we can inspire someone, so that we can teach, we can inspire before we expire. Bye-bye. Hi, good people. This is the 𝗀𝗏 Show hosted by the one and only 𝗙𝗵𝗏. And today we have an amazing episode for you. We are going to be hosting this amazing lady. And before I introduce her to you, if you have not subscribed to 𝗀𝗏 Show, kindly subscribe, share, like, comment, do everything that you can do to support 𝗀𝗏. So without any further ado, allow me to invite my guest of today in the show. Sasa mama.
Welcome. Can you introduce yourself? My name is Christina, Hafashimana. I'm a mother. I am a wife. I am passionate about life and humanity. I thrive when people thrive. That defines who I am in a nutshell. So I was born here, schooled here in 𝗪𝗪𝗡 County. From primary school to
University.
yes.
Oh, which university did you go to?
I studied online. I did some course here and there. Yes, which we'll talk about as time goes by.
Unatuambia here and there.
Yes, here and there.
Tujue course yenye umefanya.
Here and there.
How was your upbringing?
I grew up in a pretty normal family setup. As I've said, we were 7, 5 guys and 2 ladies. So I, being the last born, I can say I enjoyed all the perks that comes with being a last born.
Oh, yes?
Yes, up until a time when things changed. Things changed because I lost my dad when I was still very young.
How old were you?
I was 12.
Oh.
I was 12 when my dad died. And it happened very suddenly. It is not something that he wasn't unwell. He just died in his sleep.
No way.
Yes, we woke up in the middle of the night. There was a lot of commotion, shouting. My mom was shouting. So we rushed to their bedroom, and there we found our dad lying on the bed, dead.
Did you maybe do a post-mortem here and just know the cause of death?
Well, I come from a community that believes in so many things.
Okay.
Yeah, we did not believe that somebody can die. There has to be somebody. Somebody must have been involved in his death. So my mom didn't really pursue the issue of post-mortem, though later on we discovered that my dad had, can I say flu? Something like a flu, which I think was pneumonia, if I'm not wrong. Okay. Yes, but it cannot be said conclusively that he died because of pneumonia.
Okay.
Yes, but he just died in his sleep, peaceful. We were with him the previous night, we talked, he went to bed as a family. Then he just did not wake up the next day. Yes.
How did that make you feel as a family?
Wow, it was a shock. It was a shock because the death was untimely. Though there never is an ideal time for someone to die.
Exactly.
But it was very untimely for us as a family because all of us, we were in school. My mom was doing business here and there, small businesses. So my dad was the sole breadwinner.
Okay.
He had some investment he had done, but he just died. We didn't expect it.
Oh,
so
sorry.
it impacted on different aspects of the family differently.
Okay.
Yes, the older ones, I guess they were able to understand because they were older. But the younger ones,
not like you.
Yes, like me, we were watching a movie. We were watching a movie because this was our first encounter of a death close home. Yes.
So how was life now being raised by your mom?
Life changed. Life really changed. My dad, and I wish he was around for me to thank him, because he put systems in place.
Oh, wow.
Yes, to secure his family, because he had bought property to make sure that we were okay. But now there was another aspect.
Yes.
My mom was that pampered wife.
Oh, wow.
Yes, my dad took care of my mom very well and cushioned her from hard life. So when my dad died, and it happened so unexpectedly, it threw her out now. Oh. You have to learn the ropes. You have to learn how to run the family. My mom was young. My mom got married very young. I think she was 18 when she was getting married.
Yeah, that's pretty young.
She was very young. So my mom was in her 40s. I guess early 40s when dad died, and already there were 7 of us when he died, and there were some in the university. There are some of us who were still in primary school. So she had to take care of us in terms of education, making sure that we went to school properly. So everything changed. Oh, wow. When he died, the trajectory of our family changed completely.
So, but you were able to finish your schooling, so
yes.
A round of applause to her.
I also wish she was around for me to tell her, good job.
Oh,
good job. Yeah.
Mom is not there?
No, they rested.
Oh.
They rested. So she was able to take us through school. I remember one of my brothers was in the campus. She took him through campus. Okay. I had a sister in college. Then the rest of us were spread through primary and high school. And by the grace of God, she took us through school.
I don't know how she managed, but I believe it was God.
True.
So yes, I have heard your story, kidogo. Yeah. And I would really want the audience to know that what you really do. Yeah. And you said that you are passionate. Yes. About humanity. So maybe you can tell us more about that.
I would say I am one person, when I see a need and the need is met, I feel so good. And I guess it was born out of now the situation where now, after losing my dad, I was thrown into that situation where there's no one to talk to. And
that's a father figure.
Yes. And I decided, I made a decision in a very young age that I'm not going to burden my mom with what I am going through. Because now my dad died when I was still very young. So I went through the process of adolescence and everything. Yes. And everything, the drama that comes with it. And I decided I'm not going to share. So that made me a very reserved person, though I am naturally an introvert. But it also contributed that I am not going to make her know what I am going through. Okay. So I have learned the ropes of life by myself. Oh. So now when I became of age, I discovered that I am very drawn to people in need, and especially young people. I am drawn to young people. I'm very keen on mentorship, mentoring young people, helping them to find purpose, who they are. Because I strongly believe that we are here on earth for a reason. And a purpose. Every one of us has been called to do something, has been called for something. Oh, yes. So when I see a need, I'm drawn to it. Wow. So it started, what I do right now, started in a very simple way. I am very compassionate. When I see street people, when I see beggars in the street. I remember there's a time I was really in trouble because I had to come to town. And there was a time in Eldoret where there were so many beggars. Yes. Women with children, and they couldn't walk. People who were able differently on their knees. And I would come to town and meet them and feel so bad and frustrated because I couldn't be able to help. So I was also drawn to mothers with young children. So what I'm doing started.
Mothers with young children, you mean the ones in the streets?
just anybody in the street.
Okay.
I could see a need. And this one started, I used to buy these umbrellas, small umbrellas, and put them in my handbag. You'd always find me with an umbrella. So when I meet a lady who is carrying a small baby and the sun is hot, I would just greet them. How are you? Introduce myself. The sun is hot. Can I help you with something to make your baby comfortable? And I would give the umbrella. Oh, I did that for so many years. So I would give out, go back to the shop, buy another one. I always left the house with an umbrella.
And in the evening, you don't have that umbrella?
No. And sometimes it would start raining and I have an umbrella. I would spot a mother with a child. I would follow them.
That's so beautiful.
I would follow them and just greet them.
Oh, wow.
Can I please help? So I didn't really know that this is something that is bigger.
Yes.
So I didn't tell you that I am trained as a journalist. So I was working.
Oh.
Yes, I was working as a journalist.
Yes.
I worked for a couple of years.
Yes.
But it got to a place where I was like, why am I here? What am I here for, really?
Yes.
And I took time to soul search and just getting to feel what am I here for? What am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
What is the bigger picture of Christine being here?
Okay.
And I felt drawn to there's people in the streets because, like I've told you, I'm passionate about mentorship and education.
Okay.
And I discovered there's a group of people that don't have anything, don't have anybody to speak for them. The society has already branded them as bad people. Okay. So it is very hard for this one to even come and talk to you. So I decided, why don't I reach out to the street children, street families?
Yes.
So I started hosting them. I would cook and take the food to them.
Where do you get the money from?
I would do it from my pocket, and I thank God I have a supportive spouse. So when I shared with him and I told him, this is what I feel I want to do, he told me, yes.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Wow.
You have my support.
Wow.
So most of what I have done has come from our coffers as a family. So I would cook. He would drive me to where the street children are. So we would go, we set up and give them food.
Do they have a specific place that they are in? Maybe right now you're in Uasin Gishu County.
Yes.
That is Eldoret City. Do they have a specific place that unaenda kuwapata? Ama you have to reach them through where?
Yes, they have a place. They live in places they call bays.
Base.
Yes, like the way we normally have base for wanajeshi, they call their homes base. So they have different bases. When the county government decided to remove them from the city center, they dispersed and formed different bases. So I was able to pick one base, and these people they're organized. They have their leaders. Yes, they do have their leaders. Someone that they respect, someone that speaks for them. So I was able to get them through a certain gentleman who was also a street person. He was in the street for a very long time, but he was rehabilitated out of the street. Wow. So I contacted him through a friend, and he took me to the base.
Yes.
So we collected them together, and we gave them food. And I shared with them my desire to help them out of the street. Like 𝗪𝗪 said, life in the street is very hard. It's very hard because the needs that we have as normal people are the same needs that these people have, but in a different circumstance. For example, when you go to a base, and when I say a base, it doesn't mean a house. They don't have a house.
Oh, base si nyumba?
It is not.
What is base?
Base ni an open space, mahali find comfortable for them.
You mean like, kama tuseme, ground too?
Yes.
As in, how can I put it?
Mahali wana feel safe.
Not in a house.
Not in a house. No, it is not. It is an open space where they feel we are safe here.
Sleeping.
Yes. And when you go to most of the bases, you will discover these are places where, for us normal people, they're very insecure. secluded places. Mahali kuna dump site. Mahali takataka iko huko. That is where they go to a place where they feel safe. Where us normal people, hatutaenda kusumbuana na wao huko. So those are the places wana call base. Sio kwa nyumba.
Oh, mimi nimedhani ukisema base ni kinyumba tu fulani hivi.
No.
Wanakaa ndani.
An open space where there is no structure. And if there are structures, ni easy shacks. Like where I normally go ni mahali shacks, mahali watu wanauza mboga. And even the shacks are normally far. So they use the shacks, the kids who have babies, because they also have children there. They wamefika age where they are also sexually active. Yes. So they also reproduce there. They have children. So the street girls sleep in the shacks. But the base is just an open space where they interact. Female children, let me say, they're all male and female 𝗺𝗵𝗶𝗹. So that is where they live. So there are so many challenges. And one of the challenges that I can cite, especially for the girl child in the street, these girls are sexually molested by the older boys ambao wanaishi na wao. And a boy comes to a girl because there's so much rape going on there. There's so much rape. The girls are very vulnerable and they are raped. So amongst themselves, yes. So one boy will pick a girl, and normally these are the toughest boys. They pick a girl and they decide, you are going to be my wife, you are my wife, you are mine. So we are exclusively having a thing going on between me and you, but the boy is free to have many other girls.
But the girl is not free to have...
No, you're not. And sometimes it comes as a blessing in as much as it is wrong. So the girl at least is protected from invasion from other boys.
Oh, so this guy is like a protector.
A protector.
To this girl.
Yes.
But now the girl haruhusiwi ku date na watu wengine.
No, you cannot.
But the guy anaweza...
As many as he wants, depending on how strong he is. Can he defend himself? Can he defend his territory?
Can he defend maybe like 4 ladies?
Yes. Okay. And can he also stand up for himself and tell other men off that these are my people? So you see, when this happens, the girls all of them are very susceptible to diseases because they move around. So if there is a sickness circulating there, it circulates. I've had an instance where 7 girls, they sent one of them to me, that they're all having STIs. And they told me it's moving, it's like there's an outbreak because somebody introduced it in the base and all of them have it. So that is just one of the challenges. Girls fall pregnant there. They are not able, because of the branding the society has put on them, they are not able, they fear going for even antenatal clinics. Some of them deliver in the bases and have their peers as the midwives to help them deliver. So in the base, they are all ages of children. They are days old kids born there.
Have you ever gotten to a situation whereby you get street kids who reform and you have a testimony of them that these were street kids, these were children that the society felt they were less of people, but now they have reformed out of your mentorship?
Yes, and I really thank God for the opportunity. I have a young man, the mother died. The mother was a single mother, got them. No, he was the only child. So when the mother remarried, the mother got married to somebody else who was not this boy's dad. They lived together, but the mother fell sick and died. So this father, the stepfather, didn't want anything to do with this boy. So this boy ran away from home. And the uncles also, the maternal uncles, were not very welcoming to him. So he ran away from Njoro, past Njoro, you go past Njoro. So he came to Nakuru, then from Nakuru, he was hitchhiking. So he hitchhiked to Eldoret. He lived in Eldoret for 7 years. So when I went for a feeding program, I took them food. He came to me and he told me, and he was very frail. He was looking very sickly. And he told me that he wanted food. So I gave him his number, my number like I usually do. So he kept on calling me. But he told me that he wanted to go back home. He told me that the reason why he was reaching out to me was not even because of food. And now his health was not good. He had contracted HIV in the street. And he was on ARVs. So we really needed to have him have a house. So we got a house. I was paying his rent and also taking care of his daily, day-to-day basis needs. I was buying his food and everything. But again, he told me that he wanted to go back home. So I told him, can you be able to remember your home? And he told me yes. So he gave me the direction to his place. I went to Njoro. There's a village called Ndefu, Ukondani. So I went and traced his people. I went and talked to the local administration, the chief, and they directed me to his home. Yes. So I went and found his grandfather. Oh, wow. So I went with a picture of him and I showed them, do you know this boy? And they told me, yes, we know him. He went away. It's been years since we last saw him. And I was like, would you want to have him back home? Wow. And they told me yes. So I came back to Eldoret. We continued. Now we started planning on how to take him back home. And I personally don't believe in just taking them and dumping them at home to the family. Okay. So we work on ways. Are you able to go back to school? Can you run a business? Because some of them are off age. Like this one was 23 years old. Yeah. So I told him, what are you able to do? So we discussed with him what he could be able to do. We came back, garnered our resources, bought food, we shopped for him, household things, we bought mattresses, and God has been gracious. I've been getting people who send me, I have an extra mattress, can you use this? And
I was about to ask you, where do you get all this money from? Because you can imagine the children that are in base, when you are base, ni wengi sana.
Yeah.
And everyone has a need.
Yes.
And everybody wants you as their mother to just help them. Where do you get money from?
Well, I had earlier told you that I have a very supportive spouse. Yes. So when I see a need, before I go back to finishing the story of this young man, when I see a need, I always go back.
To him?
Yes, and we sit down as a family. Oh. We have this need. We go together as a family when we are going to feed the children. Yes, wow. It is we feel this is our assignment. So we go and feed them. So when I see a need, I come back to him because I'm the one who goes there quite often.
People might tend to think that, hey, you have a very rich spouse who really, ukimwambia tu tap, anasaidia. Do you have friends maybe?
I talk to friends like you now. Yes. And I tell you, I need to buy sanitary towels. Yes. I need maybe like 600 packets. Yes. Are you able to buy me 3 or 4? And if you are able, I thank God. And also go back to what we have at home. We don't have much. Yes. We are just a normal family.
I can imagine somebody would be like, kumbe ni rahisi tunaenda kwa mzee unamwambia then your husband just supports you. Anyway.
It is not that easy. Yes. It takes a lot of sacrifice. Because sometimes you have to put aside our family needs to take care of this kid. And we go back to, we are a family that believes in God. So we go back to praying for our needs after we have taken care of this need. So it's not like we have...
I have a question for you, Christine. Let's say your family, your children, do not have school fees.
Yes.
And there is a need hapo kwa base.
Yeah.
Which one will you consider?
Well, it is a challenging situation. Because again, I look at them, they're all my children. Okay. So many times I've had to put aside some needs for my children to take care of a need. Yes. I had a boy who really, he came to me, a young boy, a 9-year-old boy. I was feeding them. And he came to me and he told me he wants to go back to school. Wow. So we were taking him to school when the term was starting. We all know when the term starts, you pay school fees. So we needed to pay school fees for our children. But you also have to admit this one. So we really need to strike a balance. Yes, because they're all ours. So we really had to with a lot of yes, because they are all ours. So we had to balance our finances to be able to take this boy to school. So we took him to one of these local schools here in Eldoret, and we started him off. Then we came back to our needs also. And also what we do, like if it's a setup of a father and a mother and a child, because these children are born in the street, we try to empower the mother. So that tomorrow now, we only need to come when it's necessary, but the mother can be able to take care of day-to-day needs. So for this young man, we were able to get a scholarship for him at Njoro Polytechnic. And he was very willing to change and to come out of that life. So we got him a scholarship. So he did a course in welding and fabrication. Yes, and he was very successful. He topped his class. And yeah, it was very encouraging because he did so well. I'd told you initially that when I found him, we also came to discover that he needed medication. So we talked to him, and he accepted that it happened. He got the disease while he was in the street, and he made a decision not to spread it. Yes, so he's continuing well with his medication.
Do you talk to him?
We do on almost a weekly basis. Yes.
So he's doing fine?
He's doing very well.
He takes his meds?
He very faithfully. So when he needs to come back to Eldoret, he comes. We meet and he goes back home. We thank God that he has been able to come out of the street. And if I can say, we got the street out of him, because that desire to come back, he stopped. When we met, he was sniffing glue. Yes, he was addicted, but he was able to, he was able to stop. He's living very well, and yeah.
So those are some of the success stories that you have. And why do you do what you do?
Like I said, I believe in humanity. I believe in humanity, and I also believe that we need to be comfortable here. Everyone needs to be comfortable. It's unfortunate that sometimes people are not comfortable. Comfortable doesn't necessarily mean that you have everything. Comfortable means that you're able to live well, you're able to eat, you're able to be sheltered. I believe everybody has a right to that. So when I see that somebody is not able to, there's this case of a young girl. She lives in the western part of the country. She disagreed with her mother.
Biological mother.
Which is normal. She's in an age where people tend to be rebellious, which is common to all of us. She was in an age where she felt she knows everything. So they disagreed and the mother chased her. The mother told her, enda.
Na siku hizi Gen Z ukiambia enda, anaenda hata angoji.
So the mother told her, si uende, and go and perish, don't come back. So this girl went to the road and talked to somebody, asked for help, and she found herself in Eldoret. Their home is in the western part of the country, and she found herself in Eldoret. So she thought she would get a job. So unfortunately, she wasn't able to get a job, and the day had really gone. It was in the evening. So she talked to somebody, and the person told her, you can go and live with the chokoras. They direct her to a place in town, and there were no chokoras there because the county government had sent the street families off the CBD. She was directed to a place far out of the town. She found herself in the base, fresh from home, doesn't know anybody. So unfortunately, she was raped. And that is after trying to resist the advances of the boys there. But she couldn't because she's new. And they all sleep in an open space. So somebody came at night and forced himself on her. And from there, the girl just let herself loose. She got another boyfriend and started living with this boy. And it happens when these big boys, they rent to small mud houses. So if a boy has like 3, 4, 5 girls, he picks the one that he loves most. and takes her to the house, mud house. So this girl was taken to one of the mud houses, then disagreed with this one. Another one took her. She went and started living with this other, the third boy now, which is now the second boyfriend. Again, they disagreed. And the first boyfriend now told her, come. The girl was like, after all, you are my first choice. So she came back to live with the first boyfriend. So around that time I was going back, we were working on helping another girl in the street to take the son back to school, which we successfully did. I met her around that time. That was my second encounter with her. Mm-hmm. So I was a bit surprised because she looked pregnant. And I told her, I think you're not alone. Are you expectant? Of course, she denied, but it was clear that she's pregnant. So I told her, would you be willing to go home? And the girl was so broken. She told me, even if you tell me to go back home now, and her words were, hata sai, nirudishe nyumbani sai.
Na mimba ni ya nani sayo?
She does not know. Because she has had encounters with 3 men. So she does not know. She doesn't know whether the pregnancy is of the Ray. She doesn't know whether it's of the second or the third encounter. So I had to stop everything. I told her, is there somebody whose number you can give me? And she gave me the dad's number. Remember the first time we met, and she told me she would want to go home. I told her, can I talk to somebody at home? I talked to the mother, and the mother was very harsh to me.
No way.
Yes, the mother was like, 𝗺𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏?
Hata ajali mtoto wake ako wapi? No way.
𝗺𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏? And the reality of the harshness of the street life had not hit this girl properly.
Oh,
because she
was newly.
Yes. So she thought, we are many. We are a family. I now have a family that accepts me. So now, when I was going for the second time, we were looking for a school for a son of another girl in the street. She told me, hata sai. So I stopped this one. I went to town with her. I called the father and I told her, I have so and so with me. The dad was very receptive, and the dad was like, mweke kwa gari, mshukishe mahali fulani. And this girl, when I was telling her, now your dad has said you are right at a certain stage, the girl was like, no, please don't tell them to drop me there. Why? I'm ashamed.
Oh.
Because she left home alone. She's coming back home pregnant. She's carrying the shame of having lived in the street. She's carrying the shame of a pregnancy.
Oh.
From the street, from a family that we have branded wicked. She went back home. The father received her. But to me, I always use this as an example to parents. We have a responsibility. We have a generation where that is so fearless. A generation that doesn't mince their words. You don't dare them. If you tell them go, they will
leave.
Yes. So the generation that is here now, the parents need to understand.
Yes.
We cannot parent our children the way we were parented.
Exactly.
The values stand, yes.
Yes.
But the formula is not the same. Because
so maybe apart from you feeding the street kids and having so much passion about the street children, do you have any other group maybe you are so passionate about?
Well, besides the street families, I am also inclined towards the widows. So we are working on a program to reach out to widows, widows in need, because there are widows who are also not in need.
Okay.
So we are working on reaching out to help widows who are seriously in need in terms of food and shelter.
Okay.
Are just making them comfortable in society. I'm also big on mentorship, education. So I also hold forums to talk to people about finding purpose, what they are here for. Because I also believe we are not a statistic. We are not here to fill in the numbers. Everyone is here for an assignment. So I also reach out to school kids. I talk to young people in churches, just helping them to find out what they are here for. Yes. In future, we have big plans. We also trust in God that one day we put up an institution where we teach people values. Because I also believe that what we have now, the ills we are facing, because it is because of a breakdown in our value system. An offering is sacred.
Exactly.
I take this as an offering.
Yes.
When someone gives me something, I take it with
all humility
and fear.
Okay.
This is something that someone has given, not for me.
It's for those children.
It is for them.
Okay.
So in my house, I have a room I have set aside where I keep donations.
Yeah.
And it is clear.
Even to your children.
Yes, very clear. Everybody that comes to my house knows that this room, whatever you find here, cannot be touched.
Yes.
So I have received, people have been gracious, especially with
Amen. Yes.
People have been gracious. So I have them in the house.
Wow.
And they are sacred, if I can say that.
Wow.
Because people give for somebody else, not for me.
Exactly.
Yes. And we are also here believers in assignment, divine assignment. So whatever I'm given, I handle faithfully. I know there have been instances where people receive money and pocket.
Exactly.
Well, that one does not happen, will not happen, because of, besides that, we do other things to make sure that our family is taken care of.
Okay.
Yes, and God has been good. We have something to eat and clothes to put on our backs.
Wow. So thank you so much, Christine, for coming to the show. Thank you so much for honoring my invite. Kwa kukuja 𝗀𝗏𝗏, I appreciate you, and continue doing whatever you are doing. Oh my God, you have a big heart of humanity. Just continue doing, and the good Lord shall bless you. And I know even through this channel, I know you will get so many people that will be able to partner with you and whatever you do. And if you're watching us from wherever you are watching us from, and you really want to support Christine with whatever she is doing, just call her using those numbers that are running down the screen. You can find her on Facebook. She has already given out her handles. And just be a blessing to her. And sometimes maybe you would want to support a street kid, you would want to support a widow, and you don't know what to do, and you don't know whom to run to. Christine is here. She will handle whatever you donate to those children very well. And God will bless you. So until next time, it's a bye-bye from 𝗀𝗏𝗏 𝗪𝗏 𝗪𝗏. Bye-bye.